Let's compare two Yoda lightsabers. On the left is a Master Replicas Yoda lightsaber. This is the 1:1 scale lightsaber. And then on the right is another Master Replicas product, their 0.45 scale Yoda lightsaber. And both of these hilts are based on the design of the Revenge of the Sith Yoda lightsaber, which is different from the Attack of the Clones one because it's more battle damaged. It has a few different kind of battle scars to it. And we'll check those out a little bit later in the video. So, all right. Let's take a closer look. I mean, you do notice, first of all, the finish is different. So the finish on the larger, the 1:1 scale lightsaber, it's much more muted, and the finish on the smaller one is kind of shinier, more chrome-like. And also, one of the reasons this finish is darker, actually the main reason this finish is darker on the smaller one is this is actually a dark chrome variant. So there is another version of this lightsaber hilt that is a bit brighter, but it's still kind of this chromy finish to it. So we can see there's some battle damage to both of the hilts in the same spots. We have a nice kind of spot right here. You can see that on this, the larger one. It's a little bit of a different color inside that little dent and, you know, the other dents. And with this smaller dark chrome one, it's just kind of the same color in there. So that it's not like really a different color added inside the dent. Now, if we do go to the top, we see there's kind of this disc on top, this kind of disc shape. And the emitter area is shaped, you know, it has that same kind of C shape to it. Here's the rear of the saber. We have some additional kind of battle damage right here, and that's present on both of the hilts. Moving down, we have this, it's almost like it's a button on either of these hilts, but it actually, you know, it's just kind of this black greebly, really. And then there's this additional kind of strip above it. Now we get to the side, and kind of here's the switch area. And here we see a pretty big difference. So on the full-size hilt, there's this kind of green decorative piece in the center for the activation switch. And in this smaller scaled down one, it's still kind of part of this black molded plastic. So that part's not this kind of translucent green piece. And there's additional kind of weathering and wear on the larger hilt too. So around the edges, particularly of this middle area, you see kind of some wear to that, and there's not that wear present on this smaller one. So same thing on the side. There's not the wear on the smaller one, and also same thing where there's this sort of green accent on the full size one, the 1:1 scale, and on the smaller one, it's again black. Moving down, we have the grip section, and both of these have pretty much the same little dents in the grip section, you know, to serve as that battle damage. So you can kind of see that. It's just, you know, it's more pronounced because it's larger, you know, on the larger hilt. But it's kind of interesting, they're in just the same spots. So here's more, here's another one. And here's that same pattern. Each little panel, each little kind of panel of the grip section has its own kind of different characteristic to it. Now, the one on the small lightsaber here, they're kind of proportionally shorter marks on this one, it looks like. And then back to the beginning. It's almost like little claw marks right there, or tooth marks from something. You can kind of see that. All right, now when we get to the bottom, now in the pommel area, both of these hilts do have kind of some knurling. It's much larger, but much more defined. These are very tiny, narrow kind of marks on the smaller hilt by comparison. You can kind of see that. And then here's the very bottom. So both of these say that it's master replicas basically. It has the year. It's sort of a different, it looks like it's possibly a different ink color. But I think that's about it, you guys. This has just been kind of a look at two different Yoda lightsabers. One is the full-size, the 1-to-1 scale Yoda lightsaber by Master Replicas, and the other one is the smaller one, the mini lightsaber. And yeah, they're both by Master Replicas, and they're both intended to be a representation of the lightsaber that Yoda uses in Revenge of the Sith. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and feel free to comment below.